Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Joey Ham, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be ranking all of the mainline campaigns for the Halo franchise. As a kid, I grew up as a PlayStation player, so I never really gave any of the Halo games a chance, and even now, it's taken me a minute to want to give the games a chance, and finally I did. And so over the past year, me and my buddy have been going through and playing through all the games, and I figured, we just finished Infinite not too long ago, so I figured I'd come on here and rank all of the mainline campaigns for you, because I really haven't touched the multiplayer at all. Didn't really have any interest in doing it, so it's just going to be the campaigns, and it's only the mainline one, so no Halo Wars, no Spartan, whatever it's called, just the mainline ones, 1 through Infinite. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into the ranking with number 7 is, without a doubt, Halo 5. Halo 5 Guardians, whatever you want to call it. It misses the mark on almost every way. The gameplay is good, like borderline good. It's teetering on the edge there, but that's really like the biggest positive I can say about it is the gameplay is at least playable. The story I just did not like. The Prometheans, they look cool, but I really just don't care. The best thing about them is that they look cool. They're not fun to fight. Now, I do want to say I do think they are more fun to fight than the Flood, but we'll get into the Flood further down the list. But yeah, I don't really care about, the Cortana stuff. I thought her death in Halo 4 was done beautifully, and so I feel like them just kind of bringing her back here just kind of sucked, and I feel like they know that based off of how Infinite's campaign goes. Locke and his team's cool, but I really don't care about anything in Halo 5, I really had nothing to say about the game. It's a game, I feel bad for Xbox One fans, Xbox One players who are Halo fans, because that was the one Halo you had. Luckily, they released the Master Chief Collection further down the line, but I could only imagine, being stuck with Halo 5 as my only newest Halo game. Yeah, it just, overall, I guess I can give like a rating for all the games. Overall, I'd say Halo 5's probably 5 out of 10. I did not really enjoy that game at all. So next up at number 6 is Halo 4. Yet again. Now, there's a decent gap, pretty decent gap between Halo 5 and Halo 4, because Halo 4 was fun. I think Halo 4, it's hard to say it finished Bungie's story, because it kind of didn't, but like Bungie kind of finished their own story, but also left it open. And I think 343 did a good job of, picking up where they left off. I like Cortana and Chief. I like their interactions throughout the game. I do believe this was the game where the Prometheans were introduced, and I think they are better in this game. Like, they're much better when, like, it's your first time fighting against them, The entire thing of, like, Chief wakes up after 4 years, immediately gets right back into action, He gets onto Requiem, and like it's super cool, because it does kind of give you that vibe of when you're playing the first Halo game of, you don't know where you are, you really have no information of the place you're on, you got to figure out what's going on, where you are, yada yada yada. So that I really like that, happy, first game without the Flood in it. I wake up every morning and thank God for that. But yeah, no, I like it. I like the end. I think the final kind of, not boss fight, but that final kind of scene with the quick time events and stuff is super cool. The first time me and my buddy were playing it, we got the glitch where there was just no sound during that scene, so we had to restart. But like I still watched like over half of that scene with no sound, so it was just kind of funny. But yeah, overall, decent game. I think it was a good first go into Halo. Um, so I'd say overall, I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. It's better than 5, but I can't give it a 7. So definitely like a 6 out of 10. Next up, at number 5, I honestly am going to have to say Halo CE Combat Evolved. I think it's great for when it came out. I could definitely see why it's a lot of people's, favorite and whatnot. But for me, a big thing is gameplay, and the gameplay of Combat Evolved just isn't that good. And, with Combat Evolved, a lot of the levels, it genuinely just felt like I was in like an endless hellscape of just the same thing over and over and over again, and it just felt ridiculous. Like, I couldn't believe it, man. And so that definitely brings it down for me a lot. I like the story. I like, everything with Cortana's introduction and stuff. It's super good. I like Cortana and Chief again in this game. I mean, that's going to be a reoccurring thing, is Cortana and Chief's relationship is just great throughout the series. I guess technically other than 5. But I just don't like it that much, I just don't. I don't like the gameplay. The story's decent. The level design is not fun. Big thing is I don't like the Flood. I think, funnily enough, this was the best game for the Flood, because they were new, they were fresh, so I didn't mind them as much. But then you spend the library, like you go to the library and it's like, it was just a glimpse of the fact that the Flood was the worst thing to be introduced to the Halo franchise. Because me having like an outsider's knowledge of Halo, I always was under the assumption that like that ship that you find like the Flood on, right? It's a crash ship, right? Yeah. I always thought that was like an Easter egg. And then like the lore was built upon in like a book or something. I never knew that the Flood was like a main enemy type in the Halo franchise. So when we were playing through, my buddy told me like, oh, I hope you get used to these guys. I'm like, what do you mean? And then I also saw that it was, its own whole level. I'm like, oh no. So that definitely brings down the game for me. But like I said, it's also the best game in my opinion for the Flood. So yeah, I think Combat Evolved is still like a 7 out of 10. Like, it's a good game. I can appreciate Combat Evolved. Just I had more fun with the other games. So moving on, the next one is gonna be Halo 2. I think Halo 2 is just Halo Combat Evolved, but better. I played on the Master Chief Collection, so I got the better cutscenes. I think, it just builds on the Chief and Cortana's relationship, makes that better. Everything with the Arbiter, we love the Arbiter. He's the GOAT, I don't know how you wouldn't like the Arbiter. He's just the fucking GOAT. But I think the level design is better. I think the story is better. Now I know I've been shitting on the Flood, but the Gravemine's dope. That entire scene when he drags you both. Oh, it's so cool. Has my favorite Master Chief line in it. He gets sent through the portal by the Gravemine, and then he rolls onto the ship. Boom, and the grunt throws those guns up. Love it. So cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just Combat Evolved, but better in my opinion. So I would give it, an 8 out of 10. It's just overall a good game. I get the praise it gets. So next up is Halo Reach. I really like Halo Reach. I think it is so cool being able to customize your Spartan and that being your Spartan in the game. It's something that honestly I kind of wish a game further into this list did, but no, I think Reach is dope. I see a lot of people say, that the first few levels are filler, but I think that's kind of the point of, this game is like, it starts off like you're just going on missions. Like, there is really no story, and I think that's dope. Like, you're just a team, and as you go on throughout the story and more team members die, it's like, every time, the further throughout the story, every time there was another death, I'm like, damn, like, this is like rough. And of course, you know, the iconic final level of just objective survive. So cool. I died within like 2 minutes because I wasn't even like, it didn't click in my head that that was that level. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I was, I can't even say I was trying to survive, honestly. So I'm like, oh, I'll just respawn. And then I just died. And I'm like, oh, yeah, my character's just dead. And so it's like, it's just crazy how cool that final level feels. And I want to go back through and play it again just to feel how cool that is, you know, because I really feel like I didn't appreciate it that much. But yeah, no, I love, you know, the team, Noble Six, everyone. Like, it's just, it's Noble Squad. Yeah. I love them all. They're super cool. It's just a dope game, you know. I love, you'll see, you know, I love stuff in Halo that isn't Master Chief. And I like that in a lot of franchises when, like, you get to see another just random person's perspective. And of course, since you're, you know, a playable character, of course you're going to feel like you're super strong, but I think there's really no way around that. Nobody, at least, like, you know, I feel like casual people don't want a game to be challenging just because you're not, you know, Master Chief or the main character. Like, I don't care. I'm still the main character of this story. I don't want it to be harder just so that you can make it, you know, oh, you're this guy. No. I'm still the playable character. Let me fucking shred some fucking grunts, you know? So, yeah. Halo Reach, I'd easily give a 9 out of 10. It is so good. I love Halo Reach. So next up, at number 2, is Halo 3. Of course, Halo 3 has its problems, but I just, you know, the opening scene of just Chief falling out and oh, dude, the opening of Halo 3 is so good, and then of course more Arbiter stuff. It's so cool. I love seeing Arbiter and Chief hang out, chill, be buddies. You know, it's in my opinion the best of the like first three. You know, it might be because it's the newest. I think the gameplay's the best. I think, you know, it's the newest of the first three. So what can I say? You know, but yeah, no, I can't really say enough about Halo 3. The story's great. You know, Arbiter getting to kill the Prophet like a fucking badass is dope. You know, it's a great game. You know, you finally get rid of the Flood. Hopefully, but yeah, no, it's a great game. I can't say enough about it. So that one's Halo 3 easily 9 out of 10. You know, great game, great game. But number one, the big number one game, my favorite Halo game in the entire franchise, what I think is the best, what I had the most enjoyment playing, and is actually the first Halo game I played. So that might kind of go into my ranking, but Halo 3 ODST is my favorite Halo game. I think it is so cool, just literally essentially just being a soldier. Like, it's like Call of Duty Halo, you know? Not even. Like, you're just a dude trying to find his buddies, and it's so much fun. And the vibe, and, you know, of course, the soundtrack of ODST is just beautiful. It's so good. And like I said, the vibe and the rainy city, and you're going through and you're finding these clues. And I do kind of wish that the game kind of made you stealth a little bit more, which is funny because majority of the Halo games I did just kind of run. Like, I just ran through most of the levels. I killed dudes here and there, but that in my head, that's just how I thought Chief would do it, you know? Chief would just, as he's running through these guys, you know, energy swording them, gravity hammering them, you know, Chief stuff. But with the Rookie, I kind of wish that it kind of made me slow down, and it definitely still does. I played ODST much differently than I played the rest of the Halo games, but, you know, ODST is just so good. The entire story, the mission on top of the what is it? The police headquarters or whatever, the headquarters when you're just shooting down banshees and oh my god, it's so good. I love it. The soundtrack for that level, oh, so good. And you know, I wish that Rookie didn't suffer the fate that he did in that comic or book, whichever one he died in. It's like, give me my boy, you know. And ODST also, I do wish that it had the Halo Reach thing of being able to kind of customize your character more, because you're supposed to be him, you know, you're supposed to be the rookie. And so I think it would be cool if you were able to kind of customize the outfit a little bit more. But at the same time, just base ODST outfit is just so good. The ODST armor is beautiful, but you know, I can't praise that game enough. I think it's the best story, the best gameplay, the best just feeling. It's just such a good game. I love that game so much. Like, it's easily become on my top 10 games of all times list, you know. So, yeah, in my opinion, Halo 3 ODST is easily the best Halo game, and in my head, it's easily a 10 out of 10 game. So, very happy I played it. I want to be the man I am today without it. No, but yeah. So that was my ranking of all of the mainline Halo games. If you guys want to see more videos like this, if you want to see like game reviews or more game rankings, or if you want to see my top 10 games list, just leave a comment down below. And yeah, that's all. So hope you guys have a good one. See you later.